the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, this is a team that is reeling a bit. Hoping to start the year strong, they've had trouble communicating on both ends of the floor. Very little cohesion. They're hoping to pull things together tonight to try and turn the tide. And tonight, two teams that love to get in transition. Shaq, talk about successfully running the break.
Well, I'm not a guard, but I have led the break before. And what you need to do, you got to keep your eyes ahead, have to see the whole floor. You got to be willing to make that extra pass, Ernie.
Wow. You talk like a guard. You were like a point guard up there.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations, man. But don't force things. That's the other part. You know, just make the easy play. And if it's not there, slow it down. Set up your half-court offense, and then get it into the big guy if you have one.
But don't you want to get the crowd on its feet? Don't you want to make that play that gets the whole arena up?
Yes. You know what they used to call me, Ernie?
What's that?
Shaq Johnson.
Wow. Because he was like Magic, but he was Shaq.
I get it, Kenny.
Oh, I
get it.
Sometimes you don't.
Not that dense. Shaq Johnson.
Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the home of the Thunder, we're broadcasting from the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Last outing for Phoenix, the loss to the Grizzlies in Memphis at the FedEx Forum.
Yeah, and some of that loss was due to a lack of hustle, especially on the defensive end.
And there are games where an opponent gets aggressive. You got to raise your level of play. They failed to do that in this one.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is a fearsome competitor, but he says you never know how long you'll be able to run like this or jump like this, so I go for it every time. I may look angry, but it's the only way I know. Yes, you look angry. Kevin?
Yeah, he's special, D.A., absolutely. Thanks. And both these teams, Brant, love to push the ball, push the pace. What are some things that all great fast break teams have in common?
The biggest thing, Kevin, is that you have committed runners on the wing. Point guards, their vision of the floor, their peripheral vision, they're always looking for guys. If they have guys committed to, once the ball is rebounded by their team, that their first two steps are hard and they're filling the lanes, then excitement and opportunities for highlights are coming.
Running with a purpose.
Running with a purpose, running ahead of the ball, and then attacking the rim with great consistency. Having great runners helps the fast break game.
Good point. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Suns. On the perimeter, it's Booker and Jackson. Trevor Ariza out there with Ayton. Stolen by Westbrook. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Now Westbrook just plays with an incredible competitive fire, and that energy right now, he's not taking any possessions off. So interesting with Russell Westbrook, never really touted or championed growing up, but if you go to UCLA, you have to be halfway decent, don't you, Kevin? 5'8" stick figure back in high school and came off the bench his freshman year at UCLA, and I just don't think anybody saw what was coming out of Russell Westbrook, but we're appreciating it now.
First one falls for him. And you heard the story. Westbrook showed up for a basketball camp in Atlanta. His name wasn't on the list. He had to sit in the lobby for 4 hours before they let him in.
That story is hard to believe. Obviously not a blue chip recruit, and I don't think that Russell Westbrook ever thought about seeing himself in the NBA at any point, was just hoping to get a scholarship. And that second season at UCLA opened up some eyes about just how athletic and explosive he could be. here we are today.
Here's the Suns with the ball. Pass to Booker. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Paul George. And so George will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The shot's good from Robertson.
Well, the outside shot's still a whip, a work in progress, but the team needs Robertson to hit these to keep the floor spaced.
The pass to Jackson. Ayton with it. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
You know, Brent, when you think of Devin Booker, you immediately think scoring. But he's become, as time goes on, an excellent facilitator as well.
Well, I think he's learning to do that, Kevin, because of the playing time that he's getting. And the defenses that he has seen in the early part of his career have been quite unique.
Shots.
2 out of the first 3 years that he played in the NBA, he's averaging over 20 points. So the passing part of his game, the more feel part of his game, it's coming along nicely.
First free throw is good.
Russell Westbrook with 2 straight seasons, 2, of averaging a triple-double. This is a feat that we thought we would never see again. And Russell backed up the one campaign with another. Just remarkable stuff.
Both free throws good from Booker. And the Thunder placing so much, Brent, on Westbrook's shoulders. It's asking a lot.
It's asking a lot. I'm not sure how much Russell actually feels it. He just goes out and continues to put up just staggering, eye-popping numbers. And to get where they want to go, I think they're going to have to find a way to complement him in some way. And he's going to have to trust in those teammates in order to push the envelope a bit.
And here's Westbrook after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. Patterson inside. Ariza covering. Patterson, that's good.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter, this time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
Outside Jackson. Ariza kicks to Booker. Okobo. No good that time. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Ariza shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Brent, you played for 14 seasons. What kind of off-season training did you do personally to keep in shape?
I had a great trainer in Southern California that I would go home to every year and work on different things. It was funny, Kevin, because as you get a little bit older, you can be a little more specific with how you train. You understand how you're going to be used, the type of minutes you're going to play, so it can be a little bit more specialized. I'm not sure if I could tell you this, but I surfed a lot in the off season.
Balance.
Core, right?
Core balance.
All right,
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you. Check box.
He hits the second from the line. At the end of last season, the Suns' Devin Booker says he's done not making the playoffs. He said he'd challenge himself to get better. But, Brent, did you read that as maybe an ultimatum to the Suns?
I don't know. I mean, build a winner or he's gone. Is that the kind of ultimatum we're talking about? I did like the idea that he talked about him first getting better, because that's your job as a player in the offseason. But we'll see with the additions the Suns made and their young nucleus. Maybe the new coach coming in, Igor Kokoskov, maybe they'll start paving that road now.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Paul George with the steal.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane. When a guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Following the basket by Russell Westbrook. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
And Phoenix has possession. It's a 5-point game. Booker with it. George picks him up. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 7 points in the game.
He enjoys hitting shots in the face of the D, especially when he's near the hoop. Devin Booker with a nice 2 there.
Here's Westbrook, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
This is also one of those things where you start to think about how you're going to change your defense already. If at all possible, make someone else beat you.
Got a hand on it.
Robertson out there to play defense. He excels at getting off the ground so quickly to get the block.
Here's Ayton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 5 on the clock. Here's Ariza. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
And give him credit. Ariza wasn't a shooter coming out of UCLA. He is now.
Right side, Westbrook. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Yeah, not a good idea to leave him alone. He'll make you pay for that mid-range.
Knocked away. Stolen by Westbrook. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Josh Jackson.
Yeah, AM doesn't stand for morning with Westbrook. It stands for attack mode.
Russell Westbrook, passionate about the game of basketball, Brent, we know that, but fashion among his foremost interests outside the game.
Yeah, the honor the gift fashion line, which, Kevin, you and I don't think we have much in our closets from that, but got to respect it. Fearless, not only on the court, but off the court in some of the attire that Russell Westbrook brings to the game.
And he makes the first. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Suns trail by 7. Okobo, he's covered by Westbrook.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
The Suns have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
What's the saying? If you're going to lose big. A lot of teams adopting that strategy again last season, the final year before the lottery odds are going through some new machinations and a bit of a change. The Suns, though, they kind of took the cake last year and ended up with the #1 pick.
And the Suns, all those draft picks, bringing in some help, and Brent, they needed it.
Yeah, they're going to need that help quickly in order to compete. But with a new coach and a new language down there, it's going to be interesting how much both the front office, the coaching staff, and these players latch on to a new path for the Suns to get themselves competitive as quickly as possible. Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Schroeder against Booker. Schroeder passes to Patterson. Westbrook kicks to Patterson. Over to the wing. Schroeder against Booker. And it's Schroeder missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 6-point lead. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Well, they were obviously the superior team a year ago, but a lot can change from one season to the next in the NBA. Let's see how this game plays out before we make any rush to judgment as to how they'll fare against each other this year.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Patrick Patterson, a veteran forward out of Kentucky, had some of his best years, Brent, playing with the Toronto Raptors.
He's a real difference maker for them, coming off the bench and being able to stretch out offensive possessions, shot the ball incredibly well, high efficiency from there. And that's why the advanced stats, I think that the general manager of Oklahoma City thought that Patterson, as an addition here, could help out their offense and give them some punch off the bench.
Here's Crawford. Patrick Patterson picking up that last bucket. Crawford passes to Ayton, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Brent, we have so much talent in this NBA beyond the superstars of that category. Who are some of your favorite players to watch?
Well, I'm thinking about last season and some of the great storylines that came out. Quinn Cook for the Golden State Warriors.
Yes.
Earned a contract as a two-way player. I mean, did an unbelievable job stepping in and playing backup minutes. You know, Dante Exum's late season return to the Utah Jazz and what he did defensively for them in the playoffs. Even a guy like Jared Allen, who had a great year in Brooklyn for the Nets, an opportunity to play at center as a rookie, getting 21 starts. You know, those are the kind of things where you just have aha moments and you want to follow a guy and see how he impacts his ball club as the season moves on.
Great list.
Well, the other one I might put in there, Kevin, is who doesn't love Boban?
We all love him. Plus, he's going to be a movie star.
He's going to be a big star.
He's a big star. Adams finds Patterson. Banked in off the glass. Patterson's got 6.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
Outside Warren. Crawford outside. This one for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, that's a smart pass as T.J. Warren does a solid job finding the open man.
Schroeder against Booker. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And the Thunder lead by 5. Crawford kicks to Ariza. To the paint. No good from Booker.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
From 10 feet out, and Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Schroeder. And now a 7-point Thunder lead. Phoenix has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Passes to Crawford. Over Patterson. Offensive rebound. Ayton kicks it out to Crawford. Ariza against Westbrook. 4 on the clock. For 3, Booker. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Schroeder passes to Adams. Now Westbrook. Coming off a stellar performance against Boston. Back to Adams. It out to Schroeder. It's George on the wing. He's covered by Warren. Here's Patterson. But they'll get another chance. Got a piece of it.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Top of the key, Booker. Shoots over Schroeder. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 9 points for Devin Booker. Oklahoma City leading by 5. And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and point it in the right direction.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for Steven Adams. Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Phoenix. Anderson comes in for Trevor Ariza. Crawford finds Booker. Kicks it out to Crawford. Phoenix needs to get off a shot for 3. Booker. It doesn't go in. He's 3 for 9 now and frustrated.
Got to get out his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going. Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Anderson outside. Warren, that's for 2. And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. That's his first personal foul. The Thunder leading by 5. Right side, George. He dishes it to Grant. The shot comes out. The Suns go the other way with it.
Yeah, Suns coach Igor Kokoskov, the NBA's first ever head coach, born and raised outside of North America. He will not be the last, but a great opportunity for Phoenix as this guy's paid his dues. 18 years as an NBA assistant, including 5 early years in Phoenix.
And Kokoskov, a pioneer, the first D1 college assistant coach out of Europe, also the first in that role in the NBA.
Yeah, in the NBA, he reached the conference finals 7 times and the finals twice. So he's seen what it takes and what type of competitive environment it is when you reach those elite levels. And in 2004 was on the staff for the Detroit Pistons when they won the NBA title against the Lakers. So been around a lot of winning.
And the second free throw, good. You know, T.J. Warren is a great scorer. However, many of those buckets he puts in do not include, Brent, the 3-ball.
No, he plays in the mid-range game. Once he gets to certain spots in the mid-range and gets his feet set, he's going to end up scoring 2 points. So off-balance runners, he gets fouled, just really has a nose for scoring the ball. Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Knocked loose. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
A lot of high hopes for Schroeder when he signed his 4-year deal back in 2016. His development hasn't continued at a high level, at least high enough for some people to take notice. So shooting from a distance, still an issue for the young point guard.
One shot on the lane.
Suns trail by 5. To the middle, and stolen by Noel. Lets it go. Felton can't get it to go. Phoenix has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Back to Booker. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's in there. Booker's got 13 points.
Well, Booker can mix it up. Once he's got a lane to the hoop, he jumps all over the defense there.
And Noel throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Booker against Schroeder. And here's Booker. Some solid defense from Grant. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma City out in front. They're up by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Russell Westbrook has surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
Well, you just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of one? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
The 4 and the 5 are Grant and Noel. Felton is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Robertson in at the 3. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Now here's Schroeder. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 8.
Well, Schroeder likes to drive first, now establishing the shoot first confidence. Love watching him rise up immediately after the catch.
Here's Booker. Crawford outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Raymond Felton.
Well, Crawford's such a unique player. Tall and skinny, devastatingly quick, great handle, and an innate ability to score the basketball.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the best player in the NBA?
5 years from now, the best player in the NBA will be
Antetokounmpo? I'm going to go.
Wow.
I'm going to go and just say that right now.
You think he'll be the best player in the league?
If he does not get injured, I think he'll be the best player in the NBA. 5 years from now.
Okay, that sounds good.
Give me another name.
Is Joel Embiid going to be
like
the
that as
man
well.
in the league?
I like that if he stays healthy.
Well,
of course, you can say that with anybody. Right?
You can say it with anybody, but Joel Embiid might just be that guy.
Wow. Special talents. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league, and he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, DA. That's good from Schroeder.
The Thunder, one of the lowest rates of assists in the league last year. Also, a team that does not move the ball around all that much to gain some advantage with strong side, weak side movement. So we'll see isolation, we'll see pick and roll, and very few passes in a contest like this.
Schroeder hits them both. And the Thunder had great talent, but their offense hasn't allowed all their players, Brent, to flourish at the same time. Why is that?
Well, it's just a team that doesn't have a commitment to a flow style of offense. They have such great talent that I think the talent tries to take on the load sooner in offensive possessions than maybe the coaching staff would like, and they have great individual scorers. That's what these guys have done in the league for a very long time.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Suns now. Okobo. He's guarded by Schroeder. Okobo. From down in the low post, it goes.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Now here's Schroeder. Defense is right there. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. To the paint. Here's Holmes. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Schroeder kicks to Grant. Now here's Noel. Dishes it to Schroeder. With the teardrop, it's good on the putback. And the Thunder lead by 3.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
There's Crawford with the 3. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
And it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Hey, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
Now here's Jackson. Defense right on him. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Josh Jackson, an interesting prospect for the Phoenix Suns moving forward. A wing player, maybe doesn't quite have a position in the league, but I know his competitiveness certainly does. I remember watching him his first summer in Las Vegas and just staying in the game. It's hard to get guys who are drafted so high to take the summer league seriously. Josh Jackson takes every opportunity to compete that way.
And that one misses. And talking about the Jayhawk, Josh Jackson, took him a second to get acclimated. But once he figured it out in the NBA level, he started to become an impact player.
You wonder what the ceiling is for Josh Jackson. It's one thing to be competitive. Now he's trying to look for consistent production on a nightly basis. Steals, blocks, rebounds. That kind of activity will keep him on the floor for some minutes for any coach he plays for.
The Suns have given shooting guard Devin Booker a say in all of the franchise's major decisions. You know, like hiring a coach, free agency, the draft. Brent, is that the right approach?
I'm not sure how much of that is true, Kevin. They might have asked, but how much are they listening to it? I'm not sure. Devin Booker does not quite have the cachet of veteran players that have played 10 or 12 years and have a lot of playoff wins under their belt, but it does feel good for him, I'm sure, to be part of the collaborative.
Anderson outside. Okobo, he's covered by Felton. Stolen by Grant. Fast break, here we go. Here's Robertson, that's good, and so Felton has the assist there. And now a 7-point Oklahoma City lead. Okobo, he's covered by Felton. In the corner, it's Crawford. And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Raymond Felton. And Phoenix also making a switch. Ayton, he's checked in for Anderson. The Thunder leading by 7. Westbrook surveying the D. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Phoenix.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high percentage looks.
And the first one at the line is good. The Thunder went into free agency with a lot of question marks, but ended having a big summer.
Able to retain Paul George, and that was the first and largest key. Getting a player like Noel for cheap was also a big help for this group. The Thunder were at a fork in the road last season, but this team now as dangerous as ever.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Suns trail by 8. In the corner, it's Crawford. To end the drought, the Thunder pull it in. Adams has got his 6th rebound on the night. To the middle, it's stolen by Ariza. Here's Crawford. The shot missing, and it's Oklahoma City the other way.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
And the turnover again by Oklahoma City. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Phoenix. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors.
And for that matchup against the Nets, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
Outside Westbrook. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Ayton.
And the Suns have never won an NBA title. It's amazing for such a proud and storied franchise. Just 1 trip to the finals since the merger back in 1993. That was when they lost to the Chicago Bulls.
That's good from Westbrook. And you think about the Suns team with Dan Marley, Kevin Johnson, Danny Ainge. Brent, they had a chance.
Well, a guy named Michael Jordan ruined a lot of the title chances for a lot of teams. The Suns were one of them. They came close, but eventually MJ's Bulls a little bit too tough for that Phoenix Suns team.
That one misses. Patterson passes to Westbrook. He gives them a double-digit lead. Westbrook's got 16 points.
A slight rebound advantage for them. 1 more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And the Suns call time here.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
And looking now at some numbers for Steven Adams. Last year, getting it done. 4th in field goal percentage. And he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Now, here's Ariza. Last game we saw him score 13. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
George is checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Jackson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis. Pulls up. Again, Oklahoma City.
Well, you got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that, and Paul George definitely has the handles.
Back to Crawford. Misses off the right iron.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
Got to be some consideration here for a different rotation because the matchups right now just not favorable.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Booker, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Westbrook finds Patterson. And it's off from three-point range. Suns trail by 13. Okobo, he's covered by Westbrook. George against Jackson. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Shot clock at 6. Will it go? Thunder with the rebound. Patterson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. George, no good. Phoenix has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 5th rebound in this one. Fires from 14. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. They host the Spurs after this one. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Shooting for Phoenix, Josh Jackson. 2 shots.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Jackson.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And the Suns making a change here. Warren's checked in. And so Jackson nails both of them.
You think about Josh Jackson and maybe him collecting 1 terabyte of information about how it is that Kawhi Leonard goes about his business. Great size, great length, great versatility. A good guy for Josh Jackson to look up to.
A nice shot by George.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill. Well, PG played his first 7 seasons in Indiana with the Pacers and guided them to 2 Eastern Conference Finals appearances, and that playoff PG moniker that he came up with, it holds true if you look at the numbers. And when the Pacers were about to rebuild, I think Paul George let them know that he was willing to move on to continue his career somewhere else.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. A lot of fans in Indiana upset with Paul George for deciding to leave. Do they have a point, Brent, or is that unfair?
I think it's a little unfair, Kevin. 7 great years from Paul George. Obviously had to recover from the leg injury and came back strong. But PG wanting to go somewhere where he could win a title. And that's a decision that every player has to make. PG thought somewhere else he might have that opportunity and maybe more chances to do so.
The shot's good from Westbrook. Westbrook's got the lead up to 13 now for the Thunder.
Yeah, Westbrook, you fear this. He gets locked in early in games like this. It could be a monster performance.
And stolen by Patterson. A floater, and there's Paul George on the assist by Patterson. 6 points for Paul George.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Phoenix calls timeout.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
Ayton kicks to Warren. Poked away. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple, a professional scorer.
That free throw good from Warren. And with Warren, with kind of an old school approach, Greg, very active with his mid-range game.
And this guy can get buckets around that rim. As he stretches his range, I think he'll only get more and more dangerous.
Both free throws good from Warren.
Well, coming into the NBA out of North Carolina State, T.J. Warren, we knew was a remarkable scorer. He also had a 40-point game in the league, so continuing to get better and better as he stays hungry on the offensive end.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And 6'7" swingman Andre Robertson out of the University of Colorado, one of the league's premier defensive specialists.
And Kevin, there's a reason he started for most of his career, and it has nothing to do with his shooting. Now returning from that ruptured patella tendon, will he regain that elite defensive form? Only time will tell.
That free throw good from Warren. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on a 20-7 run. Right side, Westbrook. Here's Robertson, defended by Booker. 6 to shoot. Count it. Good. George has got 8 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Suns trail by 16. Kicks it to Warren. Here's Ayton. 5 points in the game. Now the dish to Booker. Phoenix, no good that time either.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
From deep, George. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
Here's Booker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, entering the league, Devin Booker really had some troubles on the defensive end. So as much as we talk about offensively him trying to get better, on the defensive end he needs to learn how to be in better positions.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And with Booker's defense, Brent, still being a work in progress, the advantage is he is still very young.
Well, the coaches have really simplified the game plan on the defensive end. So you do things like jumping ahead of the screen or pushing down the screen and start to corral guys into areas. That's helping Devin Booker establish some more confidence on the defensive end.
Good on the second free throw.
Devin Booker is flat out a scoring machine. He shoots a pretty decent percentage from everywhere on the floor.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. The shot, no good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Ariza goes in. And no good. Excellent D there from George. Pass to Westbrook. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Westbrook's got 20.
Defense predicated on stopping Russell at the rim, but then he uses that body control and a little bit of touch to float one over you.
Now here's Ayton. 5 points in the game. Okobo. He's guarded by Schroeder. No good from Booker.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Adams, the pass to Schroeder. Oklahoma City moving it around. And it's George missing. And it's Ariza with the ball for Phoenix. Warren on the wing. Down low, here's Booker. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Booker's got 16.
Well, if Booker's that close, the D is done for. He can't let a good scorer like that get whatever he wants, especially on the inside.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Oklahoma City. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He had 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals. Tonight isn't an exception, as looking back at his last few games, he's been stringing together some incredible performances. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the 3-ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them to keep pounding it inside and staying physical.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, Ernie. Giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They look out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half of drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Well, that is a great equalizer here. You want him to play that physical, but how do you do that without creating too much contact?
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. The Thunder leading by 18. Second half underway. Here's who Igor Kokoshkov's got on the floor. Okobo and Booker are their backcourt. Josh Jackson out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Ayton in at the center. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Suns, Eli Okobo. Taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for the Thunder. Both good from the line that time. The Thunder leading by 16. Westbrook with it. Robertson finds George. Over Jackson. Misses off the left iron. Fires it up. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
Booker finding the open man that time, trying to get his teammates going.
Oklahoma City shooting at 50% in a decent groove. George against Jackson. In the corner, it's Westbrook. A baseline J. He gets it in there. Westbrook's got 22 points.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
And he gets it to go. Billy Donovan has faced a tough job in Oklahoma City, Brent. Star players leaving town, some even criticizing him after they left.
The circumstances of Billy Donovan moving off of what he did at the University of Florida and making that a powerhouse Division I basketball program, it's been very interesting to have Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant to begin your career, and then pushing that team to almost beating the Golden State Warriors, losing in a Game 7 to losing Kevin Durant. Billy Donovan's seen a lot in the early part of his career. The hopes is that he continues to grow and learn. Really happy with the hire of Billy Donovan and what he brings to the table in terms of his basketball acumen.
Here's Westbrook. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Left side Jackson. Sinks that one from the post. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
He's just an aggressive player. I mean, what can I say? He's going to put on more muscle, but he's in attack mode, and he's scoring through contact.
Shoots from 12. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got his 8th rebound here tonight. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Okobo. He's covered by Westbrook. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Noel's checked in.
One shot, find the lanes.
And that one misses. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. They led the game at 1 point by 20. They host the Clippers after this game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Grant, he's checked in for Steven Adams. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for the Suns. Poked loose, and it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Anderson, he's checked in for Phoenix. Outside, Felton. Grant kicks to Robertson. Jackson against George. Clock at 6. Knocks it loose. Out left to the wing. Here's Felton. Second chance shot. And Noel lays it up and in. Noel's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And every offensive board is an extra possession. If you're trying to compete from this far down, you cannot allow that.
Yeah, second chance points are demoralizing, especially after you worked hard to get the stop in the first place.
You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Second is Paul George, and of course Russell Westbrook.
And with all the steals these two came away with, they probably put a thought in the back of every opponent's head, and it wasn't a very good thought.
Now here's Booker. 18 points for him. Goes up. Oh!
No, that athletic.
Yeah.
Well, all of that starting right there with the steal by Paul George, illustrating his ability to anticipate that time, and a great play on the ball.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. In the corner, Holmes with it. Okobo, he's covered by Felton. Okobo. And again, it's the Suns missing.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Now here's Jackson. 6 points for him. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And the Suns making a change here. Crawford's checked in.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Now Felton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside, George. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
Crawford, no one around him. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Crawford's got 7 points in the game. Oklahoma City leading by 8. And Ryan Anderson out of UC Berkeley entering his second decade in the NBA.
I mean, he's one of the guys that kind of helped popularize the volume three-point shooting big man. He enters the back nine of his career, and he's becoming a bit more of a defensive liability, but that stroke is as pure as ever.
Here's Crawford following the basket by Raymond Felton. Shoots. It's rebounded by Robertson.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Grant gets a wide open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. Grant's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Jackson. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Jackson using his size well right there. Seeing over and scoring over the defense.
Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Booker.
And this is an overall excellent offensive performance for him. He's not afraid to take the tough shots. He's getting open, working within the flow of the offense. Heck, he's been the flow of this offense, and he's having a great night so far.
Pass to Crawford. And here is Holmes. Jackson down low. The shot misses. And so it's Felton who will bring it up for Oklahoma City. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Grant outside. Here's Noel. Phoenix grabs the miss. Holmes got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Crawford outside. And Grant sends it back.
Well, Grant's got some verts. I mean, it's all out there, especially effective on getting to the shooters and making an impact.
Okobo. The rebound by Paul George. The Thunder leading by 11. Robertson the pass to Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Crawford. He's got 7. Shoots it. And he knocks down the jumper. Crawford's got 5 points in the quarter. Oklahoma City's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Well, we see Andre Robertson making his return from the ruptured patellar tendon of winter 2018.
Just how disruptive was it for Billy Donovan and the Thunder to lose Andre Robertson last year? The numbers were staggering in terms of the defensive rating when he was on the floor, just how good they were. And the guy averages less than 5 points a game for his career, but his impact defensively cannot be understated.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Adams comes in for Jeremy Grant, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Robertson. You look around the NBA, amazing players, global interest, franchise values are going through the roof. Do you feel like the league is entering a golden age, if it's not already in a golden age?
I think it is, Kevin, at least offensively. What we've seen over the last 5 years with the adoption of most of the teams of the three-point shot, it's been some of the greatest offensive basketball the league has ever seen. And this idea that the evolution of the game stopped when it is at number 23 retired is kind of silly. I love where the game is at. I love where it's going. And I'm excited to be here tonight to watch this action with you.
Which number 23? We've got two pretty prominent number 23s in the history of this game.
I was thinking the
most
one
recent
I played
23?
against. Yeah,
oh,
that
that
guy.
23.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. That one misses. And Greg, certainly the knock on Dennis Schroeder is play on the defensive end.
Nobody questions how effective he is on offense. I just think he has a tendency to take a few too many plays off and too many chances on defense. If he wants to be viewed as a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. He kicks it to George. Back to Schroeder. Felton taking his time here. And he uses the glass on the layup. Felton's got his second bucket of the night.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Two shots.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good. And so here is Oklahoma City. And here's Schroeder, 11 points in the game. Puts up a three. The three-pointer is right on target. Schroeder's got 14 points for the game.
Nice use of the pick and roll from Schroeder there. Allows him to get an easy shot.
Okobo is guarded by Schroeder. With the teardrop, and Adams sends it back.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Felton dishes to Schroeder. There's the pass to George. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Anderson. No points in the game yet for him. And that one drops for him.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Outside Felton. Here's George. To the paint. And Adams kicks to Noel. There's the triple. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
It looked like the D knew it was coming, almost inviting Schroeder to take it. RSVP'd.
Crawford outside. Warren with the ball. George picks him up. Good ball movement here by the Suns. There's Crawford with the three. Another three for Phoenix.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Outside, Felton. 1:44 left in the third quarter. Crawford with the steal. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Passes it to Warren. 17-foot shot on the way. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Yeah, mid-range is where he makes his game. T.J. Warren excellent at utilizing that area of the floor. Offensive plays drawn up for him there.
And Adams with the slam.
Sometimes you raise your eyebrows at the things Steven Adams does athletically at his size. Almost impossible to stop him once he's at the rim.
Now, here's Warren. He's got 10.
Steven Adams.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
Taking 2 shots.
Two.
And the first one at the line is good. Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Oklahoma City. Russell Westbrook comes in for Raymond Felton. And Phoenix making a change here. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. 13-point lead. From 20 feet out. Again, the Thunder score. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Ariza outside. 35 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Kicks it to Booker. Fires for 3. Thunder with the rebound. Westbrook's got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's Schroeder missing. Suns trail by 15. To the inside, Crawford. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Crawford's got 10 points in just the second half.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
Pass to Schroeder. And that one released in time, but no good.
Good show of strength and confidence from Devin Booker that time. I like to see him active on the defensive end.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Thunder lead by 13. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Why you think they probably ain't recording?
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Patterson is the 4 with Adams in the middle. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Well, Booker's just filling it up right now. A tremendous scorer. Feels like he's getting better.
Now here's Schroeder. Lob pass to George, and it's George finishing it off.
A good chance to see Paul George burst that time.
Crawford finds Ariza. Booker inside. He's guarded by Schroeder. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Westbrook from the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Ariza outside. Back to Crawford. The offensive rebound. Yep, that one goes in there. And that's now 7 points for DeAndre Ayton.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them. No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Now here's Ayton. He dishes it to Ariza. 5 on the clock. And Adams sends it back.
Adams is a decent shot blocker, but relies on his position mostly, that time in the right spot.
Double team on Westbrook. Here's Schroeder. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Booker with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Josh Jackson's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Ariza outside. Pass to Jackson. Suns moving the ball around. To the paint. Clock at 6. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Thunder leading by 15. Schroeder kicks to Patterson. The pass to Adams. Poked away and stolen by Ayton. Here's Jackson, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
As Josh Jackson's body continues to mature, you got to appreciate this kind of aggressiveness. He'll be able to take those hits as his career moves forward.
Jackson. 2 shots.
2.
First one falls for him. Robertson, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Good on both. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Robertson, the pass to Adams. Here's Westbrook. That one off the back iron and out. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 13. Okobo, he's covered by Westbrook. Ariza kicks to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Out to the wing. Outside Westbrook. Dishes it to George. Off target from outside.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
The Thunder leading by 13. Here's Westbrook. Adams trying to free himself up. He sinks the 11-footer. Westbrook's got 9 points here in the second half. Okobo, he's covered by Westbrook. Here's Warren. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They led the game at 1 point by 20. To the inside. Here's Westbrook. George finds Adams. Near the 3-point line, it's Westbrook. No good on the shot. The Suns go the other way with it. Jackson against George. Passes it to Ayton. Here's Ariza. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Warren. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on George.
He's high percentage from this kind of area on the floor. T.J. Warren daring the defense to hit him when he's this close.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws. Oklahoma City leading by 13. Robertson the pass to Westbrook. Fires from the wing. And it's good off the glass. Westbrook's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, a raised eyebrow pick at number 4 overall in 2008. Westbrook sure has developed into one exceptional offensive player.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Ayton. Just 5 on the clock. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, Jackson just sharing the rock there with the teammate. Make the simple play.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Jackson against George. Outside Westbrook. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Ooh, that lethal first step. Westbrook uses it to get an edge, and that helps draw the contact.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on that one. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his 5th foul.
And that's 5. One more, and he'll be disqualified. Got to be more careful.
Okobo, he's covered by Westbrook. Clock at 6. Here's Warren. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Warren's got 4 points this quarter.
You don't want to give T.J. Warren, who's a gifted scorer, that kind of positioning. You're just gifting him points.
Outside Westbrook. In the corner, it's Patterson. The Thunder with another miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Jackson misses. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Here's Robertson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Thursday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets.
And for that matchup with the Wizards, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
Finally got themselves in the trenches. Momentum completely shifted now. We've got a tight one here in the final period.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He was very adamant in the huddle. He said, don't let up now. Stay aggressive and do the things that have gotten us this far. We're almost there, guys.
Moment here now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Devin Booker. What's the status, David?
Well, Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Suns. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Now, here is George. Devin Booker missing his last shot. And George kicks to Adams. And stolen by Ayton. To the middle, here's Jackson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Jackson's got 12 points here in the second half. Now, here's Westbrook. He's tightly guarded. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Ayton.
Well, you give Russell Westbrook any kind of runway like that, and he can explode. What a terror on the inside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Westbrook. Suns trail by 11. Okobo, he's covered by Westbrook.
And that's number 4, definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
That's his 4th personal foul. Shooting in Phoenix. DeAndre Ayton. 2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
He misses the free throw.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton, a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
That one is no good. And Greg Paul George, the league leader in steals and deflections in 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana, said he always thought PG had Allen Iverson's instincts and Scottie Pippen's body. He's talented enough to disrupt without gambling.
And so here is Oklahoma City. Westbrook can't get it to go. Inside. Ariza against Patterson. No good with the layup. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. 11-point game. And it's Adams on the follow.
You know, a big guy with the motor is such a luxury in this league. Adams right there showing up big on the offensive glass, and then he converts.
Okobo, he's covered by Westbrook. Okobo, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
2 shots.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. And he makes both free throws. Here's Robertson. He kicks to Adams. Pass to Westbrook. Now here is George. Shot clock at 5. Here's Patterson. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists in the game.
Well, the defense looking at him like a Rubik's Cube. They cannot figure him out. He continues to light him up from the field. More importantly, they're winning.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he knocks down the first one. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Westbrook, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shot.
And that one falls for Westbrook. And both free throws good for Westbrook. Suns trail by 15. And the Suns call time here. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, I know the defense has 5 guys, but collectively they're no match for this guy. He is roasting them. It's stolen by Adams. George with the ball. Outside Westbrook. There's the lob to Adams, and Adams with the slam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, they're just absolutely getting anything and everything that they want out there. They have not let up.
Now here's Westbrook. Kicks it to George. There's the pass to Patterson. To the inside. Here's Adams. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. Booker's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. There's no longer a home and road designation as far as light and dark jerseys. Is that an issue at all? I mean,
not really. It's a little off-putting some games where you just flip on and your
trying
brains
to figure out where they are.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Where is this game being played?
Yes.
But with how many alternate jerseys last year teams had and specialty jerseys, they had. It's a lot of fun to see the apparel companies paint a different picture on the floor.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Oklahoma City.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Russell Westbrook.
And he was remarkable. Absolutely destroyed the opposition. Any matchup he had tonight, it felt like he was going to dominate.
4 on the shot clock. And that one, good.
I like to see Jackson with these kind of plays, getting into the paint and then getting a little bit more creative with the scoring opportunity.
Now Westbrook. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.